My name is Erin Bishop. I've been blacksmithing for going on a year now. I like to make tools. I like to do, I've been making my own tongs. I like practical, useful tools. So I got into forging, I've been interested in it for pretty much my entire life. I, like a lot of people my age, watched Lord of the Rings when I was 7, 8, 9 and thought it was just the coolest fucking thing I had ever seen. I desperately wanted to be Ottowan and forge Hatafang. I actually have Ottowan's sword tattooed on my arm. And it's something that I've always been interested in. And finally, after going through the pandemic in 2020 and a couple of really awful jobs, I started forging. My husband helped me get everything going, and I've been doing it ever since. Probably my favorite parts of blacksmithing are if I get a little frustrated with it and it's not working, all I have to do is bash the shit out of it and it'll start working again. If you just keep going and keep hitting it and just listen to what the steel is telling you. And it's almost like a partnership with another person, but it's just steel. I've started here in my parents' garage, as many artists do, I guess. And I would very much like to someday have my own house, my own shop. But I started with basically nothing. When I first started in February, I was sitting on this very uncomfortable little hunting stool on a very short anvil, forging sitting down, and I've just slowly upgraded the things that I have. I've gotten better tools. I've made better tools. I've gotten extremely lucky finding some wonderful stumps that my anvil is sitting on right now. Very loud car. And I'd like to someday have my own shop where I can forge at home. I can make whatever I want to make, forge a little bit later into the day because I've got a 9-year-old at home. I've got to get home and, feed and hang out with my husband, who I like hanging out with. He's awesome. It's kind of where I'd like to end up, with a slightly nicer shop, but nothing crazy. So my process for getting metal where I want it to be, obviously you got to get the metal hot. So first of all, you come in, you get your forge heating up. I have a little single burner side forge that I built myself out of fire bricks and just steel and all thread. So you get it going hot, you get your metal warmed up, and then you just bash the shit out of it. It's about as old of a technology as there is. We've been hitting metal with hammers for thousands of years, and I'm honored to be a part of that tradition, moving into the future where we don't really have to do it by hand anymore, but it's damn fun. I actually will make a lot of my own tools. So I needed some flat jaw tongs. So I started with steel, very similar to this, not exactly the same, as a little thinner, and I made tongs. And so I can grab onto hot metal without burning myself. The fact that I spent a few days and just made these 100% from scratch is just the coolest damn thing, because even though they're imperfect, they're a little wobbly, they're a little loose, but I made these, and I can make them better next time, and I know how to do that, and that's so empowering, especially in a world today where built-in obsolescence is everything, and everything is made to be discarded and thrown away. I can take shitty steel that I found on the side of the road or bought at Lowe's and make a useful tool. I have a hook in my dad's closet that is an old rusty piece of rebar I found on the side of Lenexa, and it's cool. So yeah, I guess the last thing I would want to say is, if you want to do blacksmithing or anything, you can do it. We live in the 21st century. You can YouTube anything. This is a YouTube tutorial that I found, Black Bear Forge. This, my forge, YouTube tutorial. Everything I have done, I have learned on YouTube or on Reddit. You can find out how to do it and start it for a lot cheaper than you think. I got everything up and running for about 200 bucks. And it sounds expensive all at once, but if you buy this piece, then that piece, little by little, you'll get there, and then you can start doing what you want to do.